What's happening, everybody? Better believe I deliver my message just coming out of the forest running. And I wanted originally to make a message about the intuitive introvert. And this now is just the prelude for this message that will be probably my next video, because when I was running, I had a revelation, a download about the narcissistic, psychopathic, dysfunctional family cult. And I need to share this first. Yes, this means staring into the abyss, but it feels good for me to speak these things off my chest and work myself through it. And talking of work, I will soon go to work, but this don't stop me from dropping my message to you guys. The thing is, to relate to the next video, when you're an intuitive introvert, and I will explain to you what this is in the next video, make no mistake, you're an empath, you're an empathetic person, and you can easily be fooled when you're still sleeping. But by abuse, your waking up can be triggered, and when you wake up, you can activate certain powers. You make powers to superpowers, okay? And it means you're easy to be deceived and fooled. You think, oh, I'm empathetic, nobody can fool me. No, you're empathetic, and especially the dark tetrad people can fool you because you try to understand them based on yourself, on your goodness, and in these people there is no goodness. And until you know this by experience, you try to understand everybody and find your goodness in them, no matter how hard it is. But this is a real mistake. When we come to these wrong people now, the narcissistic family cult, the superpower when you go through isolation and you activate the powers is that you can even understand these people because you educate yourself reactively to understand everything better. And this is how you put together puzzle pieces. And what has been revealed to me now today is the world of the narcissists and the dysfunctional family, codependent personalities starts when they're young as a theme park. So they have this tough childhood with rejection, terrible things happening, can be accidents, can be violence of all kinds, physical, mental, sexual. It can be idealization, it can be paired, all of this. This is how they become this. It can be, it's a generational thing, it can be, it's being carried in the family and passed on. And then they will have a certain personality pattern. I'm not going into detail in this video, but the world for them then starts as a theme park. So they learn to manipulate, they learn to extract supply. And especially, you know, narcissists are on a spectrum, and when they're doing good, they have an overt form of narcissism, so they get supply. And what they will do is they will try to capitalize on everything they extract from the outside, which means they will try to get the best supply they can get. And this is where we come to the intuitive introvert, because these people are empath and very trustworthy people, and everybody trusts them. It's the type of people who children, the small children, no matter what age, and animals immediately trust and have no fear of them. And every other person who is receptive then feels these people are too good for the world, so to say. They are, you know, just good spirits. And the narcissistic psychopath will try to get one of those as their primary supply, because this is the perfect mask for them, the perfect shield to the outside, because everybody will now trust the narcissistic psychopath. Because if this intuitive introvert trusts them and they have this private life, they cannot be that bad, okay? So what they do is these people are good bankers and investment brokers, because what they do is they lend the energy, they take the energy of the intuitive introvert, of the grade A, high grade supply, and capitalize on it. They take this energy and go to the next person, which means they show they are in a relation with this person, and this is like they take the money from this person and invest it in the next person and say, hey, this person trusts me, now you can trust me as well. And then they have the trust of this person. It might be an influential business person, and then they have the business person, and then they go to the next person, which means might have a high social status, and they, hey, look, all these people trust me. And this is how they build up a circle of supply around them with influential people. They infiltrate power structures in the world to gain very selfish goals, and they have strategies to show a very nice and caring fake facade picture to everybody except of one person who is in their way, and they are willing to walk over this person completely. Okay, and this is why the world for them starts as a theme park where they can do whatever they want. And they also often have a person in the background that saves them when things just get too rough, and there will be someone who saves them, to bring them back into who enables them to keep on going what they've been doing. They are running away from their true personality, and they always have to invest energy to project the fake facade. And in the beginning, this was like a gold rush. It went so good. But when they start to get problems, when they discard the grade A supply, what will happen? I tell you. You need to understand they're living in this family code, which is not part of reality, but a shared fantasy. And this shared fantasy is projected as far outside as possible, as long as everything is working fine. Everything is aligned with society. There is no trouble surfacing. The family has it all in, they can upload all these nice family pictures. Everything is perfect. But at some point, when the grade A supply is suddenly black sheeped, hated, envied, because it just does not give the authenticity to them, they just can't be that. The person starts to question them, creates boundaries. Oh no, this person has to go now. And then the theme park of the outside world becomes a horror scenario, like a hostile world for the narcissistic psychopath and all the people that are still in the family cult. There is now it's not projected to the outside anymore. It suddenly closes, and everybody is trying to preserve the shared fantasy. Everybody is coerced to maintain this core shared fantasy, but to the outside, a completely different picture must be established. And this is why does the world become hostile? What first happens when this grade A supply is ejected out of the family, black sheep, scapegoated? They will glow up, they will celebrate, they will start a smear campaign. Everybody is already prepared for the discard. There is already the smear campaign. It's already done. And they will celebrate. They have won something. They got money. There was money on the line. They are good investment bankers. They are in the hierarchy, in the vertical hierarchy. They think they are on top. They won something, okay? And finally, this person is gone that was questioning the shared fantasy. Now is the time to be really, truly happy. Now is the breakthrough. And they will glow up. Everything is so nice. But then it turns another way. And this is because they will feel they can't walk in these shoes. They can't wear this crown. They can't generate this energy that they have lost. It's impossible. There's 3-4 new secondary supplies drawn into the family cult, but nobody and all them together cannot recreate this energy, okay? So what now happens is that when they go outside, people asking uncomfortable questions, because they are, after the long run, the long term, they might see through that. Some people start to see through it, some deeper, some not, but it will show that there is something wrong. And now they have less supply and have to create more. They need to do more propaganda to create that picture of everything is okay, everything is fine. And people might ask questions like, in terms of it is a mother figure, why did you make yourself 100% codependent of a diagnosed psychopath in terms of finances, financially? You're codependent 100% financially, in terms of sexual things, in terms of services, and in terms of safety. You are 100% codependent to a diagnosed psychopath, even when it comes to the education of your children and contact with your children. Isn't that decision a little bit off the charts of what we consider normal? Or if it is a father figure, why did you destroy your own family, traumatize your own children, and now you go to another family and just do the same thing again? Why don't you change? Why are you such a coward? Why don't you work for your children? Why are you not a good role model for them? Why don't you stand up? Why don't you confront the things that are your problems? Why are you all running away all the time and repeating the same circles over and over? And if people start asking these questions, the answer is, of course, because they are who they are. So I'm telling you this message to understand, if this resonates with you, to understand what might happen around you. And I'm telling it to you that you stop trying to save these people. They never change. They repeat it the whole life. Okay, look in the past. It has always been this way, and it will go on like this. So don't try to save. Don't try to invest. But you need to save yourself and try to save the ones who are not lost yet. Okay? So I hope this message was delivered. The core is that the world of the narcissistic psychopath starts as a theme park where they can play around, where they build their supply, where they invest what they have taken from someone and capitalize on that. And this is how they build empires. Like a banker that gets $20,000 from someone to take care of the money. They invest it somewhere. And with this investment, they make a next investment. With this investment, they make the next. And in the end, they have bought the whole world with something that's not really theirs. And this is how narcissists deal with emotions and relationships of people. And the other core message is they project a fake image to everybody, but they only show their true face to the one person that is standing in their way at the moment. This is why it's so hard to see through it. And with time, the theme park becomes a hostile environment for them. And these people start from the glowing up when they successfully went through an abusive circle and discarded someone. They glow up, they celebrate, but then they bleach out, they change their look, they get all kinds of health problems and struggles, and it is because they cannot generate the same energy, but they need to invest more energy to not lose the whole supply network that is starting to ask questions. Okay? So stay humble, honorable, save yourself, and accompany and protect those who still have to be coerced into the narcissistic family cult and have to support a lie.